My name is Katherine Reed, and yesterday I sat in my corner office on the 40th floor, watching my former employer's CEO walk through my lobby for our 9 a.m. meeting. He didn't know I owned the building. He didn't know the company he'd begged for a partnership meeting with was mine. And he definitely didn't recognize me as the pregnant woman he'd fired 6 years ago. The one he told would never amount to anything, because motherhood and ambition don't mix. I let him wait in the conference room for 12 minutes before I walked in, extended my hand, and watched his face drain of color when I said, "Hello, David, thank you for coming. Let's discuss terms." But this story doesn't start in a boardroom. It starts in a cramped HR office with bad lighting and worse news. 6 years ago, I was a senior marketing manager at Hartley & Cross, a tech consulting firm in Chicago. I'd worked there for 7 years, climbing from coordinator to manager, leading campaigns that brought in millions in revenue. My team won industry awards. Clients requested me by name. I was on track for director by year's end. Then I got pregnant. My husband James and I had been trying for 2 years. When I saw those 2 lines on the test, I cried in the bathroom at work, then composed myself and went back to closing a 6-figure deal. I waited until the 2nd trimester to tell my boss, David Hartley, co-founder and CEO. He was 43, married with no kids by choice, the kind of man who bragged about answering emails at midnight. I scheduled a meeting, prepared talking points about my maternity leave plan and transition strategy. I walked into his office on a Thursday afternoon. "David, I wanted to let you know that I'm pregnant, due in November. I've drafted a transition plan for my accounts." "Pregnant," he said it like I'd announced a terminal illness. He looked at me with something between pity and disgust. "Katherine, I'm going to be honest. This changes things." My stomach dropped. "I'm planning to take 12 weeks, then come back full-time. My performance hasn't changed." "It's not about now. It's about what happens after. Kids change people, especially women. You'll want flexible hours, remote work, leave early for daycare. We need people who are all in. I've been all in for 7 years, and we appreciate that, but I have to let you go. We'll call it a restructuring, 2-week severance." He said it casually, like canceling a subscription. "You're firing me for being pregnant. That's illegal." He smiled. "I'm firing you because your position is being eliminated. The paperwork is airtight. You can fight it if you want, spend money you'll need for diapers on attorneys, or you can take the severance and accept that some women just aren't cut out for this level of business. It's not personal, Katherine. It's just reality." I walked out in a daze. I cleaned out my desk while my team watched in silence. I drove home, told James what happened, then sat on the bathroom floor and cried until I couldn't breathe. Have you ever felt like the world decided you weren't allowed to want 2 things at once? Let me know in the comments. The next few months were brutal. I applied to dozens of jobs. The moment they saw I was pregnant, the interviews ended. We were living on James's teacher salary, draining our savings. I was 7 months pregnant, feeling like a burden. That's when something shifted. I was up at 2 a.m., couldn't sleep, scrolling through my phone. I saw an ad for organic baby products and thought, I could do this better. Not just the products, but the whole experience. The branding was cold. Where was the warmth? The connection? By morning, I'd sketched out a business plan. Baby products, but elevated, organic, sustainable, beautifully designed. I'd call it Nest and Nurture. The tagline, because motherhood deserves beautiful. I took our last $5,000 in savings and ordered small batches of organic cotton blankets and bamboo burp cloths. I taught myself graphic design through YouTube tutorials, created a logo, built a website. I was 8 months pregnant, sitting on our living room floor surrounded by inventory, learning e-commerce at midnight. I launched the week before my daughter Emma was born. 50 orders in the first month, mostly from my personal network. I filled orders while nursing, packaged products during naps, responded to emails at 3 a.m. when Emma wouldn't sleep anyway. Then a mommy blogger with 30,000 followers found my Instagram and posted about our blankets. We got 200 orders in 48 hours. I cried while bubble wrapping packages. That was the spark. I started creating content obsessively. Instagram posts about real motherhood, not the filtered version. TikTok videos showing my messy apartment with honest captions. Building a business while my baby screams in the background. This is the reality. People were tired of perfection. They wanted authenticity. Within 6 months, we'd done 80,000 in revenue. Within a year, 500,000. I moved operations out of our apartment into a small warehouse. Emma was one, taking her first steps in an office that smelled like cardboard and organic cotton. The turning point came 2 years in.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on bell notification to stay updated for more revenge stories.
A celebrity posted a photo of her baby wrapped in one of our blankets. We got 15,000 orders in a weekend. Our website crashed. I took out a business loan, hired a team, moved to a bigger facility. By year 3, we were doing 8 million in revenue. I expanded into skincare, toys, clothing. Everything had the same aesthetic, the same values. Sustainable, thoughtful, beautiful. Year 4, we hit 30 million. I was featured in Forbes. Investors started calling. I took one meeting with a woman-led fund and walked out with 10 million for 20% equity. We used it to build our own manufacturing facility, launch internationally, hire 50 more people. By year 5, Nest and Nurture was valued at $90 million. We had retail partnerships with major stores, a cult following on social media. I built what I'd been told was impossible: paid parental leave for everyone, on-site childcare, flexible hours. That's when I made a decision that seemed crazy. The building where Hartley and Cross rented their offices was for sale. 32 floors in downtown Chicago, $20 million. My advisors said it was too much capital in real estate. I said I wanted it anyway. We closed in 45 days. I didn't tell Hartley and Cross I was their new landlord. A property management company handled everything. But I knew their lease was coming up. I knew they'd been struggling, losing clients, downsizing. 6 months ago, I got an email from David Hartley himself, sent to my business email, which he didn't realize belonged to the woman he'd fired. He wanted a meeting to discuss a potential partnership. Hartley and Cross was pivoting to marketing consulting. He'd heard Nest and Nurture was looking for a new agency. I almost deleted it. Then I thought about that girl on the bathroom floor, 7 months pregnant and terrified. I thought about every 3 a.m. feeding where I filled orders with one hand. I thought about David's smile when he told me motherhood and ambition don't mix. I replied, I'd be happy to meet. How's next Tuesday at 9 a.m.? Come to our headquarters. I included the address of the building he worked in every day. Tuesday morning, I watched from my office as David walked through the lobby. He looked older, grayer, smaller. He checked in with reception, was directed to the 40th floor, my floor. He sat in our glass conference room, probably admiring the view, the success radiating from every surface. I made him wait 12 minutes. When I walked in, his face went through a journey. Confusion, recognition, panic. He stood awkwardly, tried to smile. Katherine, I didn't realize. When did you start working here? I sat at the head of the table. I don't work here, David. I own it. Nest and Nurture is my company. Has been since you fired me for getting pregnant. We're valued at 100 million now. I also own this building. The one where you rent space on the 18th floor. Your lease is up in 3 months. The color drained from his face. Katherine, that was years ago. If I handled things poorly. You told me motherhood and ambition don't mix, that I wasn't cut out for this level of business. Do you remember? He shifted. I may have been direct, but I was protecting the company. By discriminating against me? By betting I'd fail? I leaned forward. Here's what's happening. Your lease renewal is coming up. The rate is increasing 30%. Market rate. If you'd like alternatives, find a new location. As for the partnership you wanted? Nest and Nurture has no interest in working with Hartley and Cross. We partner with companies that value families, not punish them. He tried to salvage it. Katherine, please. We're struggling. If we could just... I know you're struggling. I've watched. And I'm not interested in destroying you, David. I'm just not interested in helping you either. You made a bet 6 years ago that I'd disappear. That pregnancy would erase me. Instead, it made me build something you could never touch. That's not revenge. That's consequence. I stood up. He stumbled through some apology, but I was already at the door. I paused. By the way, my daughter Emma just turned 6. She's brilliant, curious, and kind. Being her mother didn't slow me down. It made me unstoppable. I hope you remember that every time you write a rent check. I left him there and went back to my office. Through the window, I could see Lake Michigan stretching gray and infinite. My phone buzzed. Emma's school, asking if I could come to her art show tomorrow. I replied immediately. Wouldn't miss it. That evening, I picked Emma up from school and we stopped for ice cream. She told me about her day, her missing tooth, the chapter book she was reading. She asked what I did at work. I told her I had a meeting with someone from my past. She asked if it went well. I smiled. Yeah, baby, it went exactly how it needed to. Now when I walk through our headquarters, I see the photos in the hallway. Our products, our team, our mission statement. Building with purpose, leading with heart, proving that motherhood and ambition don't just mix, they multiply. David was wrong about everything. Pregnancy didn't end my career. It gave me a reason to build something bigger than revenge, stronger than anger. It gave me purpose. But watching him realize I owned his building, that felt pretty good too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to watch more revenge and inspiring stories that will make you excited, like this one. Where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments and let us know what you think about this story.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on bell notification to stay updated for more revenge stories.